can!
It's over!
He's done it again! Unbelievable!
Oh, straight into the roof of the net.
Nice one.
Straight down the middle. So,
Hi, you're watching Firstpost. I'm Rupha Ramani. Let's get started. Right, on the show today, India crawls over the finish line against Bangladesh at the ICC Champions Trophy. What can they take away from this win? And are the seniors under the pump to deliver? We decode what the road ahead will be as they gear up to take on Pakistan this weekend. Magnus Carlsen takes the most dramatic fallout episode with chess's governing body FIDE and turns it on its head. Has put the controversial jeans that he wore at the Rapid Blitz tournament and that got him banned briefly out for auction. A whopping bid has already come his way. Is this Carlsen way of having the last laugh in this ugly spat with FIDE? And speaking of last laughs, Canada manages to give it back to USA, beating them in the Ice Hockey Four Nations final. The game was rife with controversies and more jibes between the two heads of state, with both Trump and Trudeau sending out pointed digs at each other. But first, a look at the headlines on Sports 360. Starting with cricket, Pakistan cricket has announced the replacement for injured batter Fakhar Zaman in the ICC Champions Trophy. Imamul Haq will take his spot in the squad. The opening batter was ruled out of the tournament after he injured his knee while fielding against New Zealand in the first match. Over in football, Roma have sealed their spot in the last 16 of the UEFA Europa League. This after the Italian club beat Porto 3-2. In another match, Ajax too qualified for the round of 16 despite losing their second leg 1-2. Ajax had a 3-2 congregate after the second leg. Spanish football's ex-president Luis Rubiales has been fined around over $11,000 for kissing footballer Jenny Hermoso without her consent. This was after the Women's World Cup win in 2023. Rubiales has also been given a restraining order. Both Hermoso and Rubiales are set to appeal the decision. Hermoso feels he has been let off easy. In tennis, top seed Carlos Alcaraz has crashed out of the Qatar Open. The world number 3 lost to Yuri Liheka 3-6, 6-3, 4-6. Andrei Rublev is the only player from the top 10 still remaining in the tournament. An NBA star, Ja Morant, is the latest victim to the nationwide burglary that's struck sports stars. The Memphis Grizzlies player has reportedly lost items worth over $1 million. Before Morant, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Joe Burrow and Olivier Giroud were burgled. Indian cricket fans have evolved. Yes, all of you watching this, what a transition you have had from stoning players' homes post a loss, lighting up effigies of the cricketers to protesting humiliating defeats. Revolting in stance while a match was still on to now understanding that cricket as a sport is but a game. It's no life or death scenarios here, and cricketers have shelf lives on the cricket field. The first match against Bangladesh was a reminder that this Indian team is transforming. It's changing. It's a transition phase, and you, the fans, will have to watch and be patient as India goes through this. Although one of the seniors, Mohammad Shami, came up with the goods, he is, after all, on a comeback trail. The match was won by Generation Next with the bat, staying cool as India huffed and puffed to cross the finish line.
Gill, we know the class that he has. He's been batting brilliantly of late, and today, what he showed us with the bat shouldn't surprise anyone. What was good to see, that he was there till the end to make sure that he sees off the game.
The one heartening factor going into the rest of the tournament will have to be Shami's form. Though Bangladesh batters helped him a good bit, in the absence of the dangerous Bumrah, this really bodes well for India.
He is probably the best version of himself right now. The characters and the players and the big moments are the ones that get you through. For him to come back and get 5 wickets in the first game of the Champions Trophy is fantastic.
And then, of course, there is Shubman Gill, who, let's be honest, has had a pretty rough patch till now, failing to live up to the tag of India's future poster boy. He delivered, and on the big stage. A sedate 100, yes, but key to get those confidence runs under his belt, which really got India over the line. But you couldn't evade the fact that the two seniors who've been under the scanner now again drew attention to themselves. Rohit Sharma, the skipper, contributed, yes, with the bat, but missed out on a catch, something he made light of in his own typical fashion. But Virat not making the runs and getting it to a leg spinner, getting out to a leg spinner again, definitely got everyone talking.
He's a good player of spin when he's in form, when he's wanting to just knock singles off and keep rotating the strike. Now he's trying too hard to score runs rather than just maneuver, and that's been his game plan.
Sure, India's got the points going into their next encounter, but how did they get it is something which is still a work in progress, and there won't be much time for heavy redressals. Everything chess ace Magnus Carlsen does becomes a part and turns into something grand. His world championship titles and silverwares for one, even the recent feud involving him and sports' governing body, the war of words, accusations, threats of boycotting FIDE all made it to be one of the biggest drama to have hit the sport. But Carlsen isn't just done yet with this. The world number one is trying his best to draw more attention to his friction with FIDE, particularly to where it all began. Carlsen has put the denims that he wore during the World Rapid event last year up for auction. The same denim jeans that he got fined for by FIDE for violating the dress code, the forbidden denim that led to Carlsen boycotting the World Rapid event.
The forbidden jeans can now be yours. I am auctioning my jeans, a sentence I never thought I would say. But here we are. All proceeds go to the Big Brothers Big Sisters program.
And what's interesting is that the bid has already reached $8,000. Fun fact, Carlsen was penalized $200 by FIDE for wearing the same pair of denims. So the denims that were initially banned by FIDE is now set to earn Carlsen 40 times the amount he lost wearing it. And it has only been a day in the 10-day-long auction period. Quite sure there will be more bids coming in, the proceeds of which will go towards the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, a non-profit organization whose mission is to provide one-on-one mentorship for kids. Sure, it's for a good cause, but what a cheeky route to really take here. Almost feels like Carlsen in this process is glorifying the standoff that he's had with FIDE. Now, Carlsen got his way when FIDE caved in to accommodate him back in the World Blitz event, and again when they anointed him joint winner alongside Ian Nepomniachtchi. Another provision which isn't there in FIDE's rule book. But what followed after this was an ugly series of events. The Freestyle Grand Slam Chess Tour, an event co-organized by Carlsen, pitted him against FIDE once more. Now, this was over the tournament wanting to name its winner a world champion. And that whole altercation didn't really end on a good note, not without Carlsen confirming that he won't take part in any FIDE-related events thereon. This is what Carlsen's denim really represents, and what the Norwegian has now done is made it iconic, because as soon as the belongings enter the auction market, they become a piece of history. And more often than not, the apparels are part of some of the most iconic moments on the field, like Muhammad Ali's Thriller in Manila trunks, Lionel Messi Football World Cup winning jersey from 2022, Roger Federer's jacket from his 2007 historic Wimbledon win. And now we have Carlsen's denims from the Gene Gate controversy. What an anomaly in the otherwise glorious list. The denim that led to FIDE losing their biggest player, the face of the sport. Surely the final punch in the FIDE versus Carlsen showdown, along with the added sentiment of this being for a good cause. A win-win for the world number one alone. Sporting rivalries between neighbouring countries is always a treat. The barest of demographic differences, slightest of cultural dissimilarities, and just a thin border separating the two. In simpler words, a rivalry between probably one nation had the border not been there, like America and Canada. That rivalry, though, is spiced up even more thanks to the series of political tussles involving the two countries of late. The two teams added another chapter in the historic rivalry, that too in Canada's #1 sport, ice hockey. And the team surely played like it is their biggest sport. USA were beaten by Canada 2-3 in overtime in the four-nation playoffs final. Or should we say by their own 51st state. Not my words, just echoing what US President Donald Trump said before this politically charged fixture took place.
I'll be calling our great American hockey team this morning to spur them on towards victory tonight against Canada, which with far lower taxes and much stronger security will someday, maybe soon, become our cherished and very important 51st state.
What Trump's statement did was fire up the American audience, and given the finale was taking place in America's Boston, the home fans tried making the most of it. The USA team fans even started a reverse tradition to add more heat to the existing tensions between the two sides. While the American national anthem has been booed at in all sporting events across Canada, the American fans booed the Canadian national anthem to return the favour and prove their home advantage. What fueled Canada's performance today was not only Trump's jibe at Canada being USA's 51st state, but also him calling Canada's current head of state just another governor. Trump was invited to attend the final in Boston by the US team, but couldn't make it due to his political commitments. The Republican, though, did not miss an opportunity to take a dig at Governor Trudeau.
I will be speaking before the governors tonight in D.C. and will sadly, therefore, be unable to attend. But we will all be watching, and if Governor Trudeau would like to join us, he would be most welcome.
Trump's statements added quite the hype to the already charged face-off, although it was nothing like their previous group stage meeting, a game where three fights broke out in the first 9 seconds of the game itself. This one didn't need any of it on the ice hockey rink, at least, because the punches were being thrown outside of it. While both America and Trump were silenced by Canada's fantastic display, Trudeau, too, jumped at the chance at giving it back to the American president after the win. You can't take our country and you can't take our sport. Those were the words from the Prime Minister there. Pretty sure it reached the White House too, summing up a battle that was more than just about ice hockey. And what's interesting is that it wasn't even the biggest tournament for the sport. It wasn't the Olympics, but ended up being a high-octane contest nevertheless.
I know it's just a quick tournament, and it's not an Olympic gold medal or anything like that, but it means the world to our group. As you can see, everybody battled so hard all week. So yeah, it was special.
Well, Americans are sure to remember this encounter. For Canada, they will claim this ice hockey victory as one that snuffed out Trump's ambitions of making Canada the 51st state. Time for last serve. India's IPL franchise Mumbai Indians unveiled their jersey for the upcoming season. Their biggest superstars Hardik Pandya, Jasprit Bumrah and Rohit Sharma even had a special message for the fans. Take a look.
Dear Pulton, we know our last season was one to forget. But now, a new season is upon us, with a chance to make it right. 2025 is our opportunity to bring back the legacy where it belongs. With the blue and gold on us, we will take the field to play like Mumbai. This is not just our jersey. This is a promise to you. Chala Betu, Wankhedela.
Of course, key messages from their main detainees, including Surya Kumar Yadav there, as well as Tilak Verma. But that wraps it up here on Firstpost. There's, of course, a special show heading your way tomorrow to build up to India versus Pakistan this weekend. Do tune in for that. Till then, take care.
Merci beaucoup. Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Namaste, Mr. President.
Bharat ke logon ko meri namaste.
How many people generally follow you in interviews?
Typically in a month we have viewers up to 150 million, that's more than twice the population of France. And in the last 2 years we had 3 billion viewers. So I say, Laurent, this is your chance to be famous. You're on Firstpost. One word to describe your equation with Prime Minister Modi.
Amitié.
As India and France work together, are you creating a new era of non-alignment in the technology space?
India is a training superpower. 1 million engineers a year, more than all of Europe and the US combined. So we have that partnership. We have a partnership on the environment and the economy. We also have civilian nuclear programs, and that is something we've developed far beyond the France-India relationship. So we want to work together on AI.
And then comes China with its DeepSeek, creating models at a fraction of the cost. Did that innovation take you by surprise? Did that breakthrough make you sit up and think, what did the Chinese do and how?
But what did DeepSeek do? They took everything that was already available from the last AI model, and then they recalibrated it.
So are you going to ban Chinese AI in France?
So we don't have this American approach of banning tech because of where it comes from.